Hi, I'm Colin and welcome to How to Paint Watercolours. So if you're ready, we'll get started and we'll paint this one. Hello and welcome back to How to Paint Watercolours with me, Colin. And this is the second one of a Bob Ross in watercolour series. This one's called Tranquility Cove. And like I said, I didn't see the point in just doing one, so we'll do a little series. I'm just going to put in a little bit of phthalo blue and cobalt blue just in the corner there, nothing too strong. This is Naples yellow and gamboge. Take it up to the blue, all over the trees, it doesn't matter. You also want to add just a streak of raw sienna in here. Maybe just a touch in this landmass area here as well. Just colouring the paper at the moment. And then we're just going to leave this a moment or two, just till the shine goes off the paper, and then we'll put the background trees in. Okay, welcome back. It's been about maybe 6-7 minutes and it's drying off quite nicely. The shine is just starting to disappear off the paper. This is a mixture of cobalt blue, phthalo blue, alizarin crimson and burnt umber. And we're just going to test the strength of this. Remember, it will dry lighter. And we're just going to put the shape of some background bushes in. I'm using a goat haired mop brush for this. This is a mixture of phthalo blue, cobalt blue, alizarin crimson and cad yellow deep. And we're just going to put a grassy bank in here. A tiny stroke of yellow just to brighten it. Okay, now we have to leave this also to dry for a couple more seconds, so we can just put a little stronger version on top of it, just to show the workings of the trees, show the tree trunks. We don't want them to spread, so I'm just taking this out of the birch trees to leave a nice white trunk. Okay, welcome back. Now this has had a few moments to dry. This is a cobalt blue, phthalo blue and alizarin crimson with a touch of burnt umber, but there is more alizarin crimson in this one. And we're just going to touch in maybe a second row of bushes here, darker towards the bottom. The board is laying flat. And then with a piece of tissue, I'm just going to take the top of this tree out, or bush that's here. And then we have to leave this to dry for a few moments. Okay, now the shine's gone off the paper once again with the cobalt blue, phthalo blue, alizarin crimson with a touch of burnt umber. I'm just going to check to see how far this will spread. I think this will be okay, and we can just put some tree trunks in, branches. This is straightforward raw sienna, and being as this is an autumn scene with browns and earth yellows, just when the trees are beginning to turn. Maybe a little in here, even though it's still wet. Nice earthy green, phthalo blue, cobalt blue, cad yellow deep with some burnt umber. Build up the shape of your trees. Same colour, but it's a darker green. It has less burnt umber in it. Burnt sienna, cadmium orange, just a touch of burnt umber. Now I'm just going to leave this to dry. Now that that little bit's dry, we'll come back to those trees in a moment or two, but we're just going to put this landmass in here. So I'm just re-wetting the area And into this I'm just going to put some earthy green in it. It's the same mixture as before, but this has a lot more gamboge in it. Then also into that some burnt sienna with a little bit of burnt umber added, as the grass is just turning. Re-wet this area. Get the same in again. There's a little bit of the darker green in. It's just a mixture of the three strengths of green. Just want to come back to the trees now and just start to pull and separate them out a little bit more, using the same green that's gone into the grass. Think about the shape of your tree and the pattern and the shapes that the leaves make. Same on this one. Just moving down into the tops of these bushes, and we'll just put some gamboge straight forward onto the edges of these bushes, and we will separate them with darks and lights when this is dried. Just adding some into the trees, just building up everything nice and slow. Adding one or two darks. This is a really dark green, earthy green. It's the same mixture, but has more crimson in it to deepen it. And I'm just touching it on the underneath and on the right hand side where it would be darker, as it would be in shadow. And I don't mind this bleeding into the other colour because it will just help to soften it. Adding some dark at the bottom of the bushes and trees just to help pull it into the grass for a shadow. Come back to my bushes here now. Phthalo blue, cobalt blue with gamboge and a touch of alizarin crimson. Some dark along the bottom. Everything is just still a little bit damp. Just take out these bushes here, burnt sienna and burnt umber, and I just want to create some dirt, I think is the word for it, along the shoreline. Then gently just pull a few sweeps backwards into the grass. Come along here. Forgive my arm. Okay, now we have to leave this to dry once again. Now that that's dry, I've just run some cobalt blue up the tree trunk of those trees there, and I'm just going to add some gamboge into the tops of these bushes just to help bring them out. Trying to be a little bit random if I can manage it. Back to these bushes now, and I'm just going to add some of the dark in now, just to help separate them. When you put the dark next to the light, it makes your highlight stronger. Back to the light green again. Moving back to my mop brush, burnt sienna with some burnt umber. We can begin to put the leaves in. I've just added some cadmium orange to the burnt umber and burnt sienna just to spice it up a little bit. Prince ultramarine and sepia, and we begin to pull these trees out. Just give it some foots, as Bob might say. Taking a damp brush and just softening that. This is just my rigger brush with the dark mixture on it, Prince ultramarine and sepia. Just adding in 1 or 2 branches. Those brushes haven't dried out enough yet, so I think we'll put the water in. So I'm just laying in some clean water where this little lake is, or perhaps it's a river. Sky colours once again. Naples yellow with a little bit of gamboge in it. Touch of the cobalt blue with phthalo blue in it. A little bit of burnt umber. I'm just going to add a little bit more burnt umber to that with some alizarin crimson just to get the grey of the background trees. And we're just going to allow this to drift down. Just dropping some alizarin crimson in just to represent the forward bushes. Just dropping some green in to represent the reflections of the trees in the background here. This is the lighter green. Some darker greens. Darker again. I just want to put a couple of dark streaks in here just to help represent deeper water. Just dropping all colours in now, just using up some paint. Back to the really dark green again. Few spots of burnt sienna and burnt umber. I'll just take a damp brush, and perhaps I just want a little streak here, just straight down the middle. Taking a damp brush and just softening this bush in. Also taking some of the dark around this tree, softening this in. Hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a Bob Ross Tranquility Cove it's called, and this is my version of it in a watercolour. If you've enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe. Subscribers are always welcome. And if you want to view any other videos that I have made for YouTube, here I'll put a link in the description box, and if you have a look at that and click on that, it will take you straight to them. This is the best bit now. This is where you get to sign it, mount it and frame it. And once again, I'd like to thank you for watching. Thank you very much.